Hello, this is MK and Andrew from The Last Poneglyph, and today we're doing another chapter chat, this time on chapter 1098. I almost forgot the chapter.
I was gonna say, it sounded like you were stuttering, like you were slipping.
The title of 1098 is Bonnie's Birth, which means it's actually, this chapter went over the introduction to Bonnie. I mean, the first time we see her as a child. That's all that happened, right?
That's pretty much it. Yeah. Well, that's not true. We also saw everything in sketch form because Oda couldn't finish the art on time. No hate, but I thought it was very funny to have it like shift halfway through the chapter.
Right off the bat, the first thing I really want to discuss is how our last chapter chat is instantly outdated.
Yep.
Because we made a whole comment about Bonnie having Buccaneer blood. She does not.
No, that's not true at all.
So, as a quick chapter summary recap, the chapter opens with us finding out that Ginny was captured because a celestial dragon wanted to make her his wife, and so Kuma's very unhappy about this. 2 years later, because there's a whole 2-year time jump, the Revolutionary Army gets a transponder snail call from Ginny, who says, "Hey, I'm free. I got out. I got sick, so the celestial dragons didn't want me." So Kuma is like, "Hey, where are you?" And she goes, "Don't bother finding me. I just wanted to say some things." Kuma immediately realizes where she is, so he uses his power to get over to her. However, because of that, he leaves before he can hear her say that she'll always love him. By the time Kuma gets to where she is, which is at the old chapel where he was a pastor that we found out in the last chapter, she has died from a sickness that has basically covered her skin in diamonds. So at the end of the chapter, they specify this sickness is called sapphire scales, which is basically it's a disease that covers them in like weird diamonds, and then the more exposure to light means the faster it takes over. And so she died of that, and however, with her, Kuma finds a young girl who is Bonnie, the pirate we all know and love. And so Kuma takes to being her adoptive dad. I saw a meme with Kuma where it was him wearing the "I'm not the stepfather, I'm the father that stepped up" shirt.
He really is.
And so the rest of the chapter is just Kuma being a good dad to Ginny, and Ginny dealing with like kids making fun of her little diamonds that she got from her disease, and Kuma just being a quality father. And then the chapter ends with the doctor telling Kuma that she will not live past 10, but Bonnie overhears this, so Kuma makes up an excuse, quickly saying, "Oh, you'll get cured at 10. So Bonnie thinks at 10 she's going to be cured of her disease, and she can go explore the world with Kuma. However, Kuma now is feeling extreme guilt, knowing he has just lied to his daughter. And that was essentially what happened in the chapter. That chapter hurt.
Yeah.
A lot.
If I had a nickel for every time One Piece would have some sort of stepfather figure towed around a sickly child all over the world, I'd have 2 nickels.
Corazon! Oh, Kuma and Corazon, 2 amazing characters.
And both of them hate doctors for telling them, "Oh, your kid's gonna die." No, he's not. She's not. They're gonna be fine.
No, I loved the reference to Law in the chapter where the doctor's like, "Oh, thank God it's not white lead," but I don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure the way it's gonna go is Kuma's gonna go to Vegapunk to get a cure, and he's gonna make a deal probably, so he becomes a warlord at the cost of saving, making sure Bonnie lives. That's my theory. And then I saw people bringing this up, and I myself, now I'm kind of believing this too. That would explain why pre-time skip, Aka Inu just let Bonnie go.
Yeah, that's true.
There was kind of no explanation. She was captured by the Marines, and then next we saw her, she was just free. She was free to roam. So it's really neat. This might explain why she was freed, because she does have celestial dragon blood. Or at least, very much seems like it. We also don't know the celestial dragon that is her father. And so I'm really curious if they're ever going to make it one that's like a reveal. Like, could it be one of the elders?
What if her real dad is Don Quixote?
One of the things I like is that it looks like the diamond sickness, the sapphire sickness, is why Bonnie has little piercing on her face.
Look, every good One Piece character needs a good origin story for their scar. We have Luffy, we have Zoro, we have Bonnie. Now, how are we going to stab all the other characters?
So, it's weird. This chapter feels like there's a lot to talk about, but also not a lot, because a lot of it was just Kuma being a dad.
Yeah.
Which I liked. I liked them going over that. I have no complaints, but it's also not a lot of, like, plot-heavy things. The main plot-relevant events that happened was Kuma getting Bonnie and Ginny dying.
Yeah.
Sorry, there is one more event that happened.
Okay.
The king of Sorbet Kingdom is back on his bullshit.
Yeah, I'd see. I'm thinking that's the lead up. That's where we're going with this.
I think Kuma's gonna go and absolutely ruin that king's day, and then the world government's gonna be like, Kuma the tyrant, he overthrew a king, and so now he's bad. And then Kuma's gonna go to Vegapunk and it's like, fix my daughter. And then Vegapunk's gonna be like, sure, and the world government's like, we'll help you, but you have to become a warlord. And that's how I think this origin's gonna continue. That's my MK approved theory.
All right, see, I like that, but I think that, again, it's the world government's going to spin the truth. So I think they're going to say, yeah, there's currently a tyrant king of Sorbet Kingdom, and Kuma's going to be the people's favored king for next. So I think they're just going to go, yeah, he was the tyrant the whole time, and just pin everything that this current king's doing on Kuma.
Everything on him, and
Yeah.
that would explain why the world is so scared of
Yeah,
Kuma.
because they're just like, the king of Sorbet Kingdom sucks, and if you ask any of them Sorbet Kingdom, they'll go, of course Kuma's our king. Because it's doesn't need the world government to make up new stories. You just use the stories that are already there that everybody knows and go, that's the face attached to it. Go get that guy.
I think that add that onto the theory I already had, and to me that's exactly how this flashback's probably gonna go, or how it's gonna wrap up.
I think that's not great for our boy, but like, it is what it is, and at least he gets a daughter out of it, so that's pretty cool.
One last thing I'll say on these chapters is these flashbacks are going to be so excited to jump back to the present and see Kuma absolutely ruin everyone's day.
Yeah.
Because he's coming.
He's gonna do exactly what we showed in the last episode. It's gonna be so cool. He's gonna be so awesome.
He'll show up with an AK-47
Yeah, he's gonna go.
and just gun everything down.
It's gonna be awesome.
Saint Saturn is just going to... he may have, like, a devil fruit, but he's just not immune to bullets.
Yeah.
Kuma just has, like, armament hockey-infused bullets and just rat-a-tat.
There's no greater weapon than a Kalishnikov with sea stone bullets.
A Kalishnikov transcends time and space. It's in One Piece.
It has to be. Like, this is the weapon of the ancient bloodline. This is the thing, not the giant robot that we saw in Egghead. That's irrelevant. It was the tiny little AK-47 he had in his hand. That was what we were fearing the whole time. Mech suits, Frankie can make mech suits. The Iron Pirate, world government's not afraid of that.
Frankie forge a Kalishnikov?
He needs the blueprints first. That's why he was in the lab. That's what he found.
Oh my god. Once
That's
again,
the final stage.
Andrew with his crackpot theory. I love how on this channel you're just
I'm
gonna be
just a
known as, like, the
conspiracy theorist,
the
yeah.
One Piece. Yeah, the One Piece conspiracy theorist guy.
I devolve slowly. And it's either going to make me a genius who has some sort of gift of prophecy straight from Apollo, or I'm going to be a bigger fraud than Mihawk. Yeah, my last thoughts. Kuma's really cool. Dragon's really cool. I don't like that government. I don't like that king. Government bad. Don't pay your taxes.
Alright, and that was our chapter 1098 chapter chat. Let us know what you thought of the chapter down below. And once again, Gavin is still not here to join us, so please go to the TikTok and under every Super Sunday, comment, Gavin, catch up to One Piece.
Yeah, you got to get this guy, right? We need to jump him.
We need him to know that we want him to finish One Piece.
We need more pressure.
Alright, this has been MK and Andrew from The Last Poneglyph. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah, take care, guys. We'll see you next week.